So we're gonna go ahead and just, sorry, my computer is doing weird stuff right now. And just for the sake, since we have 2 new council members for the council interview committee, I'll go ahead and just kind of go through typically what we do in this process. So you received an email from me with the applications attached, as well as a spreadsheet that explains who's applied for what positions and what positions are open, and that you guys are being convened for to be able to fill those positions. So right now, you guys have Board of Adjustment that you'll be making considerations for today. There's 1 vacancy on that. Human Relations, 1 vacancy. Tif Commission, 2 vacancies. And the Heritage Commission, excuse me, 1 vacancy. So with that being said, we usually just kind of go down the list, and we can end this meeting one of 2 ways, either with you guys making the recommendations for the appointments that need to be made, or you guys can decide if you want to interview people directly. So with that being said, we have Board of Adjustment up first. You should have received 3 applications for Board of Adjustment. Did you guys have any discussion you wanted to have regarding those applications? Do you think you want to do interviews? What would you like to do for that Board of Adjustment position? Anyone? I think Councilmember DeLucy might be having some, excuse me, audio issues. So let's give her a second to, it looks like she's going to try to call in. So let's give her a few seconds to do that. Is that you, Councilmember DeLucy?
It is. I don't know why my sound isn't working, but it's not.
No worries. We can hear you now. Okay. Are you able to hear us okay?
Yes.
Okay, so just what I was saying, I don't know if you missed this portion of it. The first appointment is for Board of Adjustment. We have 1 vacancy, 3 applications. One of the 3 applications is actually the incumbent for the position, and that's the Dan Sunderland application. So were you guys wanting to make a recommendation to make the reappointment for Dan Sunderland? Did you want to appoint one of the other 2, or were you guys wanting to hold interviews?
Well, did he return his application?
Yeah, but, well, no, sorry. He didn't return his application, but we reached out to him by phone to see if he was interested in reappointment, and he said he was, but we don't have an application on file. We've reached out multiple times in an attempt to get the application, but we haven't received it.
I know Roy Brown, and I know he'd be qualified. I don't know the other 2. I don't know how anybody else feels.
I will make a point that I believe it was Roy Brown and Jean Ogle, excuse me, those 2 both previously held full-time positions on the Board of Adjustment, because this position that you guys are filling is the alternate position. They weren't reappointed in their last go-around whenever the Board of Adjustment positions were up for appointment. So they've previously had experience because they've previously served on the Board of Adjustment, if that helps you any.
I mean, I'm fine with Roy Brown. I don't know how everybody else feels.
Well, I don't really know any of them, so I'm not sure if I have much of an opinion on it.
Yeah, I'd say, you know, Karen, you said you know 2 of them. Is that correct?
I just know Brown. I don't know the other 2.
Oh. Can you tell us a little bit about him? I mean,
he's the architect, and he's been around the city a lot. He was very vocal with architectural design when I was on the Planning Commission. And then, Becky, was he also the gentleman who came forward when we were talking about fire suppression?
Oh, I really don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. And he's always been very even-tempered, very studious. He thinks before he speaks. That's all. And the other two might do the same thing. I don't know the other two.
Yeah. Well, I'm comfortable going with, what Karen's thoughts are and feelings. I mean, since we really don't know any more than just paper stuff. And we have one that was an incumbent but didn't bother to fill out the application. I'd be comfortable with whatever Karen's recommendation would be. I don't know about Bryce, but that's kind of my thoughts.
Yeah, I agree. That'll be fine with me.
Okay, perfect. So if there's no objections, then we'll go ahead and put Roy Brown on the next study session recommendation board report that I will do on the 9/14 study session. So the next commission is Human Relations Commission. You guys should have received an email from me regarding the Human Relations Commission. So just a little bit of background. As you know, for about the past year, we've had a diversity and inclusion task force. It is something that the mayor created, but is not a full-fledged board or commission that's been approved by the council. The mayor is recommending that we wait to make appointments to the Human Relations Commission until we figure out what we want to do with the diversity and inclusion task force. I think she's going to have some recommendations on the next study session agenda regarding that. So it was just a recommendation from her that you guys hold tight on that. Either way, you would be making those appointments, but it's just suggested not necessarily doing it today and waiting until the council makes a decision on the diversity and inclusion task force.
And I'm fine with that. The term doesn't expire for a couple more weeks anyway, so it's not like it's been vacant.
Right.
I'm good with that as well.
Okay. And are you all right with that, Councilmember Steinmeier?
Yeah, I am.
And so the next position is for the Tif Commission. You guys have 2 vacancies that you'll be making recommendations for. Both of these terms end in November. I don't know if you recall, but we received an email a week or so ago regarding some TIF business, and I think that they're expected to convene here in the next month or so, so it's important to make sure that the board's full. So that's why you guys are receiving these TIF ones. It's a little bit early, but we're just wanting to make sure the board's full whenever they actually do have to convene in the next, I think, 45 to 60 days. The incumbents for this position, one incumbent is still interested, and that's Martin Cooney. He also serves on the Economic Development and Incentives Commission. The other applications that we've received is Daniel Martin, Dennis Tharp, and Ali Zaror. Ali Zaror also serves on the Economic Development and Incentives Commission, as well as the Stormwater Control Oversight Committee. Initially, whenever the Economic Development and Incentives Commission was created, the idea behind that is that the appointments, if possible, would be kind of mirror images of each other with the TIF Commission. Right now, it's a little out of sorts because we did have individuals who weren't interested in being reappointed on the TIF Commission, but they were interested in being reappointed on the Economic Development and Incentives Commission. So with that being said, Martin Cooney, he serves on both. And again, he's still interested in serving on both, but that doesn't necessarily mean he has to be reappointed. And then the other 3 would be serving on the second position that's open. The incumbent for that position is no longer interested in being appointed. So that's what I have for that board.
Ken's I don't know how to say her last name, so I'm going to call her Allie. Can she serve on 3 boards?
Yeah, the boards that she serves on, there's no, I mean, we don't have any stipulations on how many boards you can serve on.
Okay.
I mean, we obviously try to kind of spread the love, if you will, as far as appointments to boards and commissions. But I mean, if it was your desire to have her serve on the TIF Commission, then that would put it in line again. And it's not a requirement, keep in mind, but that would also put in line that she serves on the Economic Development and Incentives Commission as well as the TIF Commission.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that I think 3 boards is too much. So for that reason, I'd be looking at, I know Martin Cooney have for years, and I know he serves well. And so I'd pick one of the other 2 to go with him is my initial thought.
Okay.
I know Daniel Martin. He's a lifetime resident of Independence. Outside of his service, he served in the 101st Airborne. Has a disability, has time to do a lot of research. He's a good financial hawk. I mean, he thinks that much like what we do, you know, tax programs like TIF or SIDS or whatever. He's a guy that believes they're useful tools, but really we really need to do our due diligence and looking at how we're spending taxpayer money. He's really that kind of guy, and he did apply for the PUAB board, and I encouraged him to look at other boards, and he had reached out to me and asked about this. And he's a 3rd district guy, which I kind of like since we're dealing with some of the 3rd district issues on the TIF out at Crackerneck Creek. And so I would recommend him just from the fact that I have a lifetime of experience with the guy. So I do like he's a good independence guy.
Well, I don't know him, but sounds like from your description, it sounds like somebody that I wouldn't mind having on there. So I could go with that.
I could too. DeLucci could too.
Okay, so are we in agreement then, Martin Cooney and Daniel Martin then?
DeLucci's fine with it.
I'm fine with that.
I'm good with that too, Becky.
Perfect. Let's see here. Okay, so I'll get that on my board report for the 14th as well. And so the final board is the Heritage Commission. The original email that I sent out to you guys, this wasn't included, but then once I sent out the meeting maker, you received all of the information, and Heritage Commission was included on that. The reason being is they have an individual on that board who's not meeting the attendance requirements, so they're looking to have somebody fill that position so they can, you know, constantly meet their quorum and what have you. The 2 applications we have on file right now for Heritage Commission are Dennis Tharp and Deborah Twyman.
I don't know either person.
I want to look at one just real quick here before I make a recommendation or have an opinion. That's what about. So one.
The existing, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I have
okay.
a question for you, Becky. Becky, the existing people on the Heritage Commission, can you tell me, like, are they mostly from the 1st district, mostly from the 2nd? I mean, or are they equally spread out?
I wouldn't have that information. I mean, I could get the information for you. It'd take me, I mean, how many people are on that committee? If you guys have like 2 or 3 minutes, I could probably pull the information up relatively quickly. But I don't have it right this second.
And I just don't know. I mean, if I knew either one of them, I'd tell you. I just don't know either one of them. Bryce, do you know anybody there?
I do not know either one of them or any of the members of that. Yes, no.
I know some Twymans. I was just trying to see if she would be related to one of them. Looks like she's a retired school teacher, and serves and volunteers at a lot of good students here. So, retired school teacher, I guess, from North Kansas City, and lives in the Truman Heritage District.
Gentlemen, I'm fine with either one, honest to God. I've looked at both their applications. They're both good people.
Yeah. Does anybody have a gut feel on that? So.
I was just thinking if they were mostly from the 1st, it'd be good to have somebody, you know, from 4. That's all.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull that information up for you now, council member. If you give me just a few more seconds, I
Okay,
should be able
sure.
to what you were looking for.
Looks like, Dennis's address is South Grand Avenue. And then the other one is in the first district, looks like, in the Truman Heritage. So.
I seem to have lost Dennis's.
I don't know where South Grand Avenue is off the top of my head. South Grand.
Give me
Trying to look it up.
just another second. So right now, the makeup of the board has 2 3rd districts, 2 1st districts, and a 4th district.
But, ooh, now my sound comes on. Okay. But nobody from 2, huh? Okay. And neither one of these are from
Nobody
2.
from 2. We just have 1, 3, and 4. Did you want me to check the applications that we received to see where they're located?
No,
Where-
that's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not familiar where Grand Avenue is. I'm not sure what district that would be.
I think Grand is 4, but it could, maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, let's take a look here.
The address is 3700 Becky, South Grand Avenue.
Thank you.
Didn't give a zip, that would help, but
That's in 4. Yep, that
So
is
if-
also 4.
2 and 1, how many in 3?
We have 2 and 1, 2 and 3, and 1 and 4.
What kind of balances out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really does. 416. And then it looks like Deborah Twyman is in 1 as well. So then if you appointed her, that would put, excuse me, 3 and 1, 2 and 3, and 1 and 4.
One
Let's
of
go
the
ahead
things-
and do a number 4.
Yeah, she's indicated there could be conflicts because she lives in the Truman Heritage area. So, so we'd probably be better off to avoid any conflicts.
Okay, so are you guys thinking Dennis Tharp then?
I am.
I like that.
Councilmember
with that.
Stewart?
I'm good with that.
All right, well, then I think we have everyone. So just to kind of recap, for Board of Adjustment, we have Roy Brown. We're holding off on Human Relations Commission. And then once all of that with the Diversity and Inclusion Task Force gets sorted out, then I'll reconvene you guys and you'll make your recommendations on Human Relations Commission. If we get any new applications between here and the next time you guys meet, obviously those would be provided to you as well to look through. Then for TIF, we have Martin Cooney and Daniel Martin. And then for Heritage Commission, it's Dennis Tharp.
Okay.
Great. All
Sounds
right.
great.
Did you guys have anything else that you need from me right now regarding Human Relations Commission, I guess, would be the only thing that would be left out there pending.
I'm good to go. Get out of here. Get back to work.
All right, perfect. Well, thanks for jumping on, guys. I'll see you tonight at 6.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.
And that's going to be as a council disclusion. Is it? Hey, Beck,
I'm sorry.
can you call me after this, please?
Yeah, of course.
I said, can you call me after this meeting, please?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. All right.